Welcome to the Nigerian Navy today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndache. Port calls, visits by heads of navies, conferences, symposiums, summits, and workshops are some of the ways deployed by navies around the world in deepening engagement, strengthening collaboration, and enhancing synergy with their counterparts. In line with these global best practices, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo, attended the Hero Naval 2022 conference in France. This episode of Nigerian Navy Today shall focus on the conference and other regular segments of the program. Please stay with us.
It is a fact that a well-motivated and supported team will most likely yield positive results. This was the case for the Nigerian Navy's CNS Spikers volleyball teams. The CNS Spikers women's team and their male counterpart were at the Naval Headquarters Abuja to show appreciation to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo, for his support before and during the competition, which saw them clinching the #1 spot in their respective divisions at the recently held National Division Volleyball League. The women's team emerged winner of the Women's National Division 1 Volleyball League, while the men's team won the National Division 2 League respectively. Similarly, the Nigerian Navy polo team was also at the Naval Headquarters to present their trophy to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo, in appreciation. Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo's support towards repositioning sports in the Nigerian Navy is in no small measure yielding the desired results, as the Nigerian Navy sportsmen and women are actively participating and representing the Navy at all levels in sports like football, volleyball, boxing and polo, amongst others. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo, on Friday, 18th November 2022, received the Nigerian Ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Ambassador Mohammed Rimi, at the Naval Headquarters, Abuja. The Ambassador was at the Naval Headquarters on a courtesy visit as part of his official engagements. Earlier, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo, bagged the award for the most outstanding Chief of the Naval Staff in Africa for the year 2022. The award, a recognition and appreciation to encourage and celebrate individuals, governments, agencies, brands and companies who have excelled in security administration and governance in Africa by the Africa Security Watch, a body initiated and inaugurated in 2004. This year's edition, the 17th, held in Banjul, the Gambia. The Security Watch Africa strives to bridge the security information gap in the continent and ensures that Africans are on the cutting edge in contemporary security issues and solutions. As rightly said by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode Gambo, that security and safety is everybody's business.
What's I doing? Maiden Convocation. Admiralty University of Nigeria cordially invites the general public to its maiden convocation ceremony and Founders Day lecture with the theme, the release of luminary leaders. On behalf of the proprietor, Senate, staff and students, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Paul Omaji, welcomes the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, and other distinguished guests, parents, and graduating students to the installation of the CNS as Chancellor with award of honorary degrees and Founders Day lecture. Date, Thursday, 24th November 2022. Time is 10 a.m. prompt. Venue, the University Multipurpose Hall. The convocation ceremony will hold on Friday, 25th November 2022 at the University Multipurpose Hall located at Iguzo or Gwajiku Expressway, Delta State, Nigeria. For more inquiries, call 0803-301-8017, 0803-702-3515. Admiralty University of Nigeria. Onward together, onward to greatness.
Man's quest to constantly improve on methods of executing tasks with precision and efficiency has brought about what is today referred to as technological advancement. With increased budgetary security spendings by countries world over, and the growing demand for smart and technologically advanced military hardware and software has reshaped the organization of production capacity and distribution of nations in conflicts in response to external threats like cyber aggressions, hyper-fast anti-ship missiles, and/or outrightly a show of force in advance. For most navies, the growing demand for a more secured maritime environment that will guarantee free flow of trade and other maritime activities has further led to a significant acceleration in the need to improve their naval capacity. To this end, stakeholders in the maritime space came together to establish a platform exclusively to showcase advancements in naval defense and maritime technologies to the world. The event, tagged Euronaval, has so far witnessed over half a century of history. The biennial international event has established itself as a must-attend international event for naval defense and maritime technology stakeholders. After a digital hosting of the 2020 edition as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2020 Euronaval event returned to the regular format and was hosted in Paris, France, at the Paris Olubode Exhibition Center from 18th to 21st October 2022. With over 450 exhibitors and 25,000 professional visitors in attendance, the Euronaval 2022 showcased an array of cutting-edge innovations, from naval to aircraft to defense infrastructure, naval architecture, weapons, ammunition, maritime security and communication gadgets, as well as training services were all part of the comprehensive assortments on display. A recent addition to the show was the Cyber Naval Hub, which featured some of the latest advancements in cybersecurity due to the increasing cyber attacks on ships, ports, and logistics operations. At the event, companies had the open opportunity to not only meet with professional peers from all around the world, but also to present their offers to the elite of political, military, and industrial spheres. With over 100 international delegations in attendance, the Nigerian Navy, led by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, was at the event and made a case for not just Nigeria, but Africa, given the strategic role the Nigerian Navy plays in the regional maritime environment. Sidelines from the event was the Chief of the Naval Staff's meeting and talks with the French Navy, L'Admiral Pierre Vandier, where discussions centered around collaborations and synergies between navies of both countries. The success of this year's Euronaval event showcased advancements in technological breakthrough in the naval and maritime sector. There, participants interacted and Memorandum of Understanding signed. The next edition of the event, come October 2024, will no doubt be an advanced outing for the Nigerian Navy. The security of the Nigerian maritime domain requires a committed and responsive naval force and presence. The Nigerian Navy, as the lead security agency in the task of securing the Nigerian territorial waters, is working assiduously to ensure a safe and productive maritime environment, in line with the vision and mission of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Zuberu Gambo, and the overall goal of the federal government of Nigeria. Under the jurisdiction of the Eastern Naval Command is the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Jubilee, located in Ikotabasi, Akwa Ibom State, South Nigeria. NNS Jubilee's area of operation lies between longitude 007 degrees 20 minutes east and longitude 007 degrees 59.2 minutes east, covering up to the limits of exclusive economic zone. The base is headed by Commodore Bolahan Olubode Fazaz. In an interview with the Nigerian Navy Today crew, the commander NNS Jubilee talked about the situation he met on assumption of duty as the commander Nigerian Navy ship NNS Jubilee.
It's been interesting, I must say, educative, and then almost challenging and of course educative.
Cooperation between the Navy and the host community is important. What is this relationship like?
Talking about the relationship with the base, with the populace, and of course the host community, I must say the base, of course, has maintained a very cordial relationship with the host community, and of course the government and the people of Akwa Ibom State at large. As part of our work, we make effort to provide aid to civil authority as part of our, aside the military work we do here. We ensure that we are not failing our social responsibility to the community, which of course has been a way of winning their hearts and building confidence with the people to ensure information sharing, which of course we filter together our information, and that of course has gone a long way to assist our operation. In every community, there's no, you cannot rule out moles and double agents. At times, the information that we give you, if you have to go further to actually ascertain that information before you strike, kind of double check and be sure what they are passing to you to ensure a very effective operation. And so when you are doing it, it's going to be a very precise operation to achieve your objective at the end of the day. So we don't just rely on what they tell us. We go beyond that to double check and ascertain what they tell us. Of course, we have other security agencies that assist us in doing this. We have sister services, the Nigerian Army. We have which include, of course, the Troop Brigade, which have its headquarters at Uyo. We have the 6th Battalion, which is in Bawa. We also have the Air Force, the 207 Mobility Group in Calabar, that we all work together. This is a day too that we can use to check information that we gather for the community. We have the NSCDC, the AFCC, the Nigerian Police too is there. So all of this we put together we can at the end of the day have a very feature information that we can rely on to do our work. And to an extent, it's been very helpful to our operation. I must say in Akwa Ibom State, we've been very, cooperative with ourselves. From time to time, we do meet to discuss our problem, and we encourage ourselves that if you need any support, they shouldn't hesitate to come over. And they do the same to us too. When they need us, they come to us without hesitation to seek our support. And we have always rendered this to them. And this, we have built that confidence. So there is no issue of rivalry that will cause any rancor between us. We've been working together. That's why, if you observe Akwa Ibom State, among all the states, I must say, it's been very peaceful. And it might not be related to this coordination and among the, security services and other security agencies. In line with the Chief of Naval Staff strategic directive and it's a new, fight against product theft, the Chief of Naval Staff has come with various innovation and of course the exercises to step up fight against product theft. One of these steps is the ongoing Operation Dakata the Barao, that is ongoing now 19 and night. The Nigerian Navy has of course step up with aggressive patrol of the creeks and waterways, and of course offshore where this crime are perpetrated. And in the last 1 month, it's not been business as usual for this perpetrator, and they are not finding it easy at all with the Nigerian Navy. And I must say, this has gone a long way to reduce product theft, and of course that's increased the nation's prosperity. Just recently, the Chief of Naval Staff added a new platform to virtually all the commands to expand the area of patrol, and of course to show more presence at sea to curtail this crime of product theft. We continue to maintain aggressive patrol and aggressive very uncompromising posture to ensure that this perpetrator will stop this crime, because it's having a serious toll on the economy of the country. Aside the toll on the economy, the real manner the bondage crude oil has effect on the people and the earth. So it's a serious thing that the Navy is taking up to ensure that this crime is reduced to the barest minimum, if not totally eradicated. Yeah, for Nigerian Navy, I can speak for Nigerian Navy. The present administration is taking the welfare of the men very, very seriously. And the Chief of Naval Staff is very supportive. It's a man that if you give you a tax, give you the appropriate tools and financial support that you need to carry out that assignment. Is it in terms of weapon, in terms of platform? Once you are given a particular task, he supports you with what's required to carry out that task. As I mentioned earlier now that recently all the commands were issued a new platform. These are indications that of his resolve to be sure that officers and men are well equipped to carry out their assigned task. Since the assumption we'll be able to expand our patrol in conjunction with private maritime security company vessels. That way we'll be able to cover a very wide span of in the maritime domain, and of course that has helped us to attain security around the oil field and located in our own area of responsibility. And that's gone a long way to deter, freedom of action of the, of crime perpetrator in an area of operation. talking about our effort in the area of anti-crude oil theft. Of course, we have going by just in line with the Chairman Number Starring, the strategic directive, as well as the commencement of this operation in the Capital of the Borough. The business are constantly maintain an aggressive, posture towards this fight. And I must say this is an achievement because with this continued presence at sea, I must tell you for free that in our own general area of operation, we do not have any illegal refinery sites, and that this must be born out of our aggressive patrol that has made the environment very uncomfortable for illegal refinery perpetrator to stage anyway. Even the one we have before now, I will continue to monitor what you do to be sure that this illegal refinery site are not reactivated. The common general area of operation has been very hot for legal refinery operator. So, and this is born out of well-supported intelligence and aggressive patrol by our waters. But I must say, with the present pressure on illegal refinery operator in River State and of course in the Bayelsa State, it's not impossible they start migrating to the ocean. But we are up to task too. From time to time, we go on area surveillance to be sure that our borders with other states, talking about River State and Bayelsa State, is free of this perpetrator migrating into our area of operation, so they will not come and invest this state too with what to do in other states. But for so far, I can tell you as of today, we do not have any illegal refinery site in Akwa State, and this is born out of our aggressive patrol, making it impossible for them to have a freedom of action. So far, within this period under review, we have arrested and interdicted over 17 willing boats, all of which are leading with approximately about 350,000 liters of substance suspected to be illegally refined AGO. Further to that, we can speak on our achievement in infrastructural development, which is of course one of the key priorities on this JUBILEE. Within the period under review, we have taken projects very seriously to add value to what we met on ground. So far, we are able to, through the financial support of the Nova headquarters, we're able to complete 20 by 1 bedroom, and 4 by 2 bedroom transit accommodation for officers. And of course, just late last year, we were able to complete our officers' maze and to modernize it, and also to make our men happy in terms of welfare and keeping fit. Just recently, we finished our sport complex office that has a dressing room and of course a restroom for our men, officers and men, of course, people that are coming for us to come and use our facilities. Beyond that, we are taking our operational activities, further. The base has a permanent site of about 18.7 hectares of land at Ottawa, just about 15 minutes drive from this base. We are making every effort to see that we start, development there. So within the program review, we were able to start something in the project. We started with the construction of operation outpost. Now we finished the operation post. So very soon now we're engaged on putting our jetty there. All of these are part of the achievement of the base to expand our scope, of course, to reduce our time on tax, and where we're deploying our men to sea. There are challenges that, of course, the Nigerian Navy leadership is seriously, addressing judiciously. Like I said, there's no how you can have expansion without, every expansion comes with demanding logistic requirements, which of course also will demand increase, budget allocation. So if you have any challenge, of course, you have to do with our quest to expand, the quest of the Chief of Naval Staff to expand the Navy in terms of further, increasing the command in the Navy, of course, adding up more platform. I know how technical the Nigerian Navy is, but require a lot of logistic requirements. It's just for government to support this this giant stride of expanding the Navy by, of course, looking at a way of increasing Nigerian Navy budget allocation to meet up all these recent expansion and the effort of sustaining presence at sea. The true normal style is a father that when you give you a task, you support you with everything you require to carry that task. In terms of welfare, in terms of logistic requirements, before you resolve the challenges, and these are seriously helped the Nigerian Navy in all our recent achievements, and we are praying for him for God to give him more strength to do what he's doing for the Nigerian Navy.
On Thursday, October 2022, during a visit by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Olubode to Akwa Ibom State, also paid an inspection visit to the Nigerian Navy Military School, Ikotintwen, Oruk, Anam local government area. The reception and demonstration of knowledge of military drills by the students were satisfactory and captivating.
Until next week, when we come your way again, please remember that securing Nigerian maritime space is a collective responsibility of all stakeholders. I am JUBILEE Baba Ndache. Onward together.